Now, I'll try to tell you as I remember it. One evening when we had just got through slaughtering, I was up in the change room changing my clothes. The other boys, which was a man by the name of Del Lovelet, another one by the name of Diamond Dick, and another one by the name of F.W. Kroger. While we were there was a boy about 8 or 9 years old, and the boy would get lonesome, and he'd come down to the slaughterhouse to watch us kill, and just as company. In the evening, when things were over, he would go up in the big corral. He started up there, and he put his hand on one fence that he climbed over to get there. Well, this time, as he put his hand up on that fence, between the cracks of the boards, he seen a man, or presumably a man, sitting with his back against the wall of that barn. And he yelled to me. He says, "There's a man here." Well, I knew there shouldn't be a man there, because this was around about 7:30 in the evening, and we were getting ready to get out of there, and it should not be any strangers. I was pretty near dressed. I had on a pair of riding boots and some long johns. So I went over the corral, and as I went through one little corral, I picked up what is known as a hog gamble. They put that through the hog's hind legs when you raise them up. I picked that up as a weapon, and I come over to where the boy was. I asked him, I said, "Where is this man?" He says, "Right in there." I looked in and I seen what I thought was a Mexican. He muttered something like "Chico, Chico." So I see he was an old man. I see he wasn't properly clothed. So I reached down, I got him, and I pulled him back up in a sitting position. And I talked to him. I got no answer. At that time I could talk pretty good Spanish, and I talked to him in Spanish, but there's no response. Just no response. I used a little profanity. He didn't understand that either. So the other boys down on the floor, killing floor, they hollered up, "What do you got?" I says, "I don't know. I'm going to call the sheriff and have him come out and get him." I says, "He's starving. He don't look as though he's had a meal in months." So after about half, 3/4 of an hour, John Weber, the sheriff, and a constable by the name of John Tolan, they showed up. When Sheriff Weber looked at this man, he says, "That's an Indian." I says, "Well, if it's an Indian, he ought to be able to talk, hadn't he?" He says, "Well, maybe." So John could talk good Spanish. He talked to him. "No," he says, "nothing to it." I says, "I gave him a smoke," and he put that cigarette in his hand some way. The fire was in the palm of his hand. It was shielded, and he'd smoke, and he was happy. He'd get a big smoke out of that. Now, the reason he put that cigarette, the fire in the palm of his hand, can be of two reasons that I think. It could be one, if he was in the woods, he'd be shielding himself from an enemy or from the wind to blow his fire out. But he smoked that cigarette until there was just a very fraction left. He dropped it in front of him. And when he looked down at that little piece of cigarette butt, I noticed the lobe of each ear had been pierced, and a piece of buckskin about 2 inches long had been inserted in there. There was a knot in front and a knot behind to keep it from falling out. That was in each ear. Through his nostril, he also had a pierce. There was a piece of wood in there about the thickness of maybe a diamond match. But it was very prominent. You could see it. And I looked. I pointed at just like this. He just smiled. He wouldn't say anything.
What in the Sam hell do you got there?
It's an Indian, Pete. Just an Indian.
Can't you talk?
All right, everybody out. Leave that man alone. Come on, move him out. This ain't no damn circus. You put him on, all right? Keep you warm. Now, just leave him here for you. You understand?
Orville, coming into Orville.
Acho Maui? Upatisu? Hupa. Hupa? Toloa? Pomo. Pomo? No me. No me. Okay. Okay, you tell me. You tell me. What? What is it? What? What?
Sweeney.
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 Sweeney. Sweeney. That's Yahi.
Yahi. Yahi.
Well, that's impossible. Mani. Yahi. Mani.
Yahi, the Lama, de Lao. Saudu Waikapa, Benja.
Wakti. Wakti.
Yahi de lama dilla. Saldo. Waikapa. Bu ja. Saldo. Waikapa.
Wahikapa.
Waikapa.
My mother had hidden me well, and when the Saldu left, we fled into the mountains with the others who survived the massacre.
Here, Tuliani. The stream is too swift for the Saldo, and there is no yellow metal in it. The walls are too steep for their four-footers, and the Saldo never walk. It is a pocket in the wilderness. There is nothing here for them to want. Here, we shall live apart from the Saldo forever, and they apart from us. Lucy is all we have, and through her, the Yahi will be reborn. But in one lifetime from now, we shall be no more than a memory to haunt the world's emptiness.
Tuliani. How beautiful it was. We worked the summer long to have it ready before the coming of the first snow. Everything had to be made anew, for we had no chance to save anything from our old village. Even so, by autumn, it was finished. Mother's house, called the woman's house, where Mother and Lucy and I lived and slept. The smokehouse, the drying frames, and behind them, the private house for expelling poisons from the lower parts. The storehouse, filled with acorn flour and dried venison and salmon. The men's house, where grandfather and elder uncle, and now Tamawi, slept. I myself was not yet old enough to enter the men's house. And the sweat lodge, where they spoke together of great matters, took sweat baths, and sometimes slept. All of these have we built anew in Tuliani, and all of it was Dambuza.
I, Count Suna. What do you know of this monster? Do you know where it goes and why its cry is so lonesome? My trap line. May the roots of the manzanita catch your feet and throw you. May the thorns of the chaparral tear your clothes and hold you. May the poison oak snap against your face so you do not see where you step. Ah, that bush prayer is a powerful curse.
And they didn't see you? Or the trap?
No, Grandfather.
That is good. Today, Kalsuna protected us from the Saldo. Another time, this may not happen. You will hunt closer to Tuliani until you are a man.
Yes, Grandfather.
Ya tiwa tiwa, 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 ya tiwa tiwa. Ya tiwa tiwa, 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 ya tiwa tiwa.
Tehana Ishi is become now Wanase Ishi, the hunter. To you will go the honor to kill the first deer of the hunting moon. You are no longer a boy. From this night forward, you will sleep in this house with the Yahi men.
endless heat. There is no time. All is hotness and mist and nothingness. In the sweat bath, there is only heat. Here, there is cold, only cold. The swift current and darkness. My spirit leaves me. This is how it must have been before the world began. I swim through Una Creek and through the Great Gorge, out of the hills and into the Great Valley, to places I have never been before, and then into the gathering of waters, and finally to outer ocean.
It is a power dream. That much is clear.
Grandfather, what does it mean?
Do not guess what the gods intend by the dreams they send. Follow the way. And in the moons to come, you will learn its meaning.
There is one. There is a different one.
I will catch it for you.
Seven turnings of the moon. They have not seen us, nor even smelled us. No, we cannot be sure this Saldo will not bring them here.
You should have sent me to guard Lucy. I would have killed the Saldo and hidden him.
Look well into your heart before you speak further, Timawi. Remember this. The little one was not caught. She is safe.
I was boastful. I will not be again. Why don't we move to the slopes of Waganupa, where the Saldo will never find us?
The Yahi have never lived higher than Upper Meadow. Waganupa gives shelter and food for only half the moons. There are no salmon there. The snow stays into summer. The winds blow each day. Grandmother, grandfather. And I grow old.
Then let Ishi and me go. We may find a cave, or some other shelter from the wind, or some better place that is nearer than Waganupa. Here, if the Saldo come, we are trapped.
Go then. Go tomorrow and search well. no longer sure of what we should do.
This whole world stinks of salvage sheep. They are everywhere.
Where are you going?
The restless one did not return. I searched through the night for him. I know there was anger in his heart, and I feared for what he might do.
Maui. Maui. Maui.
I will make the fire and say the prayers grandfather taught me. I will make sure that his bow and arrows and his treasure bundle and some acorn meal are beside him for his journey.
The Restless One spoke the truth when he said we must leave Tuliani forever and find a safer place for the people to live.
The people are not going to live. All they can do now is die.
Is not to die as natural as to live? As to be born? Tell me, did you in Maui find a safe place for the people to live?
Yes, there is such a place. It is a cave in the side of a cliff. It's impossible to find and very safe. But I do not feel Mother will like it. It is heavy with the smell of bear.
When you were a little boy, your father called you Ishi Tahana, the cub. Your mother will like the new place. As well as she liked your father. They were one.
It smells as your father's house smelled in Three Noons. There was a rug of the grizzly bear on the floor of that young man's house. Brought me to it during the rain moon. The long ago smell of rain in that bear rug's the smell of this cave. And of your father. All things must be brought from Tuliani before the old ones see this. their new home. They did not think they'd end their days in a cave.
Not until the harvest moons were upon us did we disturb those old ones in Tulian. And then, when all was ready, we brought them very slowly and gently in a journey of 3 sleeps.
I will go to see that all is safe. And grandfather, I will show you Wawanupo.
In the green clover moon, when salmon returned leaping upstream, the old one became dead. We carried him to the sacred cave, where lay the bones of my father, and all those others killed by the Saldu in the murdered village of 3 Knolls.
Earth and sky. Fire and water. Chupka and Kaltsuna and Waganupa, great mountain of the center of the earth.
No. I am too old to go back without him, who will not be there to greet me. Make me a bed in some hidden place and leave me.
We will make you a bed.
To lose the old ones is hard, very hard. Now, there are only 4 of us left in the world, a mother, an uncle, and 2 cousins.
This way. Come this way. That's it. That's it.
You tell her uncle and mother I will stay. They are too close to our fishing place. We will change. If they should come nearer to the caves, we must have a plan.
More this way? You want me to keep going back this way still?
Yeah, yeah.
When the Yahi have stayed in their villages, the Saldu have killed them. We will hide. I will take Mother into the brush.
Elder Uncle and I can go quickly down the bear trail. I can help Elder Uncle cross the creek to your harpoon shelter. It is big enough and well hidden.
Let that be our plan. We will be ready.
I am seeing Tuliani.
I am seeing the three knolls.
I am seeing Green Cave. I am seeing the cliffs above Round Meadow. And below them, Round Meadow.
Our safe place.
I see us playing there, Ishi.
It was a good time, that one.
It is a good land. But I think I shall know how to leave it.
What do you mean, little white shell? The Saldu won't catch us. They never have.
I think I may not escape. Each night, I hear the rattle of shells. Each night I say to myself, white shell beads, like hawk's wings.
Saldo are here. 2, maybe more. It's too wet to hide you outside. I'll hide you here.
Where's the elder uncle? Where's Lucy?
On Bear Trail. Going to the harpoon shelter. I must watch. I'll be close. Cry out if they touch you. I won't let them take you away.
Here's a good spot. Let's get set up. Hey, look at that up there. Look at that. Let's go up and have us a look.
Look at this. Good knives.
We're just gonna leave the old lady there? Ain't no sense in taking her with us. Yeah, I guess you're right. Let's go.
Did they touch you? Did they hurt you?
They did not touch me. One of them wanted to take me away. His voice was kind, but the others spoke against him. I think they will be back.
Go to Lucy and elder uncle.
As soon as you are safe, I will go to them at the harpoon shelter. Lucy, her shell bracelet. Shell bracelet. It is no good. I cannot find them.
They're not here, Ishi.
Sometimes I hear them. She calls me. I hear her.
They are the last ones. It is hard for them to put their feet on the trail. Each night, from this day forward, you must empty the water baskets lest they be tempted to drink. You must help them to find their way.
Hey now, whoa, 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 hey now, whoa.
I have emptied the water basket. The Lawsons will not be tempted. Let them... Let them... She took from her treasure pouch the sweetgrass bracelet woven by my father so many turnings of the moon ago. Now I am alone, and in all the moons to come, it will be so.
I only am left. I am the Yahi people, alone on the earth of my kind. The Saldu come in even greater numbers. Their iron monster makes its way into the high valley. They frighten away the animals in search of the yellow metal. They force me from the Yahi land. I must always seek new places to live, new places to hide. hunger, they thirst, they bleed. My soul wanders into the white dream. My spirit flies to the summit of Waganupa.
Well, what do you think, Sheriff?
I think he's come to trust me in the past week.
Well, I can't see anything to object to, not having a legal reason to hold the man. You say he's going to be living in a museum?
Well, for the time being, he won't go back to his homelands. He's got to live someplace.
It's all right. You can't hurt anybody. Look at this. Look at this. Look. See? Ah! Ah!
Can't hurt anybody.
Good morning, Ishi.
Good morning, Ishi. Good morning.
Morning, Ishi.
Good morning.
Have you heard any good songs lately? Oh, was that Kiss Me Again?
Yes.
Abel Garrison sang that one. Beautiful shit in your Greek faces.
These are good men who work here at the museum. I must learn to speak their language better, for then we might talk as when my grandfather sat at the fire pit of neighbors. Friendly and courteous people who speak the same tongue.
Easy with that one. Easy, gently. There we go. Easy. Now let's get him in as quickly as we can. But be careful.
Oh, that's nice.
These are the colors of the Yahi baskets. Can one take water and cook and carry in this, as in a basket?
Yes, that's what they were used for. They're old, very old.
Look. Look, they hunt the deer. The warriors are strong. They bend their bow to the young moon's curve. They leap as the deer leaps. From what world do these come?
From the Greek world. It's a place like the Yahi world in some ways.
The Yahi world has no baskets of clay.
No, I meant that the Greek world was flat, like the Yahi world. And it was surrounded by an outer ocean. They had their gods and their heroes, and in the center of the Greek world was a mountain they called Olympus.
Like Waganupa. How is it that these things are known, if this Greek world is of long ago?
Because we write them down in books, so they won't be forgotten.
As you do when you make bird tracks on the white bark.
That's right. Berkeley, 1911. Testing. Benjamin Fuller. All right, Ishi, you speak into it. Go ahead, talk. Go on.
Ishi, Nija, Kikau, Kikawi, Ji, Wasta.
Good, good. Now, let's see what we have here, huh? Benjamin Fuller, Berkeley, 1911. Testing. Benjamin Fuller. All right, Ishi, you speak into it. Go ahead, talk. Go on.
Ishi, Nija, Kikau, Kikawi, Ji, Wasta. How is it machine speaks Yahi?
No, it doesn't speak. That was your voice that you heard, just as you heard my voice over the machine.
Truly, it was your voice, but not mine. Perhaps spirit comes to speak through the machine.
No, it's not a spirit. The box only says what you tell it. That's all.
Then, my voice lives within the box.
There's something like that. Now, you tell me a story in the tongue of your people, and the box will save the words. Okay?
I will speak.
Good.
But do not be angry with me. If box spirit does not remember what I say. Ishi, Yahi. Ishi, Yahi. Nija, Kikau, Kikawi, Ji, Wasa, Beri, Beaksa.
When you are near me, I try to think clearly, but all I can see is you. I never hear a word you tell me, never see the stars above. Tell me that you feel like I do, but no one can force us to fall.
So many Saldu. More than the leaves in the forest. Why is it they do not sing? This world I now live in is truly filled with mysteries.
Love will forever be. Tell me you do, and I'll be your true.
Don't be afraid, Ishi. It's the noise we make to let others know that we like what they've done. We like it.
It's marvelous, Ishi. Marvelous. Can you make other things? Bows, arrows? I mean, would you want to?
Yes, that would be a good thing. We can find a place for me, and I can show your people how to make such things. In the years to come, the museum will have more than just words to keep.
Ishi's basket. But how does it come to be here? These are the shells she wove into it. This is a fern stem. It came from Round Meadow. This is the iris, the little one, and I found across the creek, high up. Ah, the smell of the cave. Wowanupo is in them. Even the little one is now part of the Saldu world.
Good was an Indian hunter that lived in Tehama County, California, for the final years of his life. This is the story of his death.
Tell me, how is it the treasures come to the museum?
Well, in different ways. Some things we buy, some things people give us as gifts. Why do you ask?
It is of no matter.
Ishi. Are you happy here? Would you rather live someplace else?
I can live here no more?
Well, you can live here as long as you like. It's just, well, sometimes you must be lonely.
Sometimes this is so. But not as much as when I first came here.
Well, is there anything that you want? Is there something that I can do?
You are my friend. That is enough. There are many things that I have built and done. But there is only so much that I can teach here in the museum.